Rest in peace, Quando Rondo. Sad tribute video.
What's up? This your boy Quando Rondo, and I'm here to take a lot of tips. How often do I lie?
The recent events occurring in the rap community seem to be nothing but bad news. Well, the streak continues as we were recently informed of the unfortunate rumors of Georgia rapper Quando Rondo has passed away. Reports state the death was linked to Quando Rondo's involvement in the murder of the Chicago rapper King Von, who was killed earlier this year. Whether you believe Quando's pleas of self-defense or you believe that he was responsible for Von's passing, the news of Rondo's passing is still devastating news. Welcome to Lime Report. Today, we'll be telling you everything you need to know about this situation one detail at a time, so be sure to pay close attention. Before we get into this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword Rondo for a chance at winning our giveaway. Now, back to the video. While working with a hard-edged production and powerful delivery, rapper Quando Rondo opted for a more emotionally nuanced lyrical approach and R&B undercurrents that set him apart from the vast majority of his peers. Even when flowing over stylized trap beats, his songs were intelligent and complex while still incorporating enough melodic elements to keep them pop-friendly. Quando Rondo's rise was massive and quick, perhaps best exemplified by the titles of his inspired mixtapes Life Before Fame, released in April 2018, and Life After Fame, released just 5 months later. Born Tykean Terrell Bowman in 1999, the rapper grew up in Savannah, Georgia. He was interested in music at a young age. He adapted his stage name from his nickname, Taekwondo, adding Rondo at the end because he liked the sound of it. As a teenager, he spent some time at juvenile detention centers and was released in October 2017. At that time, he decided to pursue music full-time. He grew up listening to Chief Keef, Collective Soul, and Fatboy Slim. His earliest songs arrived in early 2018, including the wistfully nostalgic single, I Remember, which featured a cameo from Lil Baby, and Motivation, which found Quando's earliest lyrics coasting over a melancholic piano loop. In the spring of 2018, the powerful Life Before Fame mixtape was released, showcasing Quando's introspective style and including features from OMB Peasy, Tech, and Lil Durk. The mixtape was an immediate success. It was streamed millions of times in its first few days alone. With new listeners and fans showing up in droves, Quando didn't slow down for a second, quickly offering a follow-up mixtape, Life After Fame, in September 2018. The project found the young rapper grappling with his newfound success in almost every song, and cameos featured Rich Homie Quan, Young Boy Never Broke Again, Boozy Badass, and others. In May 2019, Quando released the mixtape From the Neighborhood to the Stage, featuring the tracks Scarred from Love and Imperfect Flower, with guests including No Cap, Polo G, Blockboy, JB, and Shy Glizzy. The mixtape earned Quando his debut on Billboard's Emerging Artist chart at number 39. After a storm of successful mixtapes, a debut studio album materialized in January of 2020 with Q-Pop. The 18-track album explored a plethora of styles and featured appearances from Polo G, Lil Durk, and others. The album quickly made it to the Billboard charts, debuting at number 22 on the Hot 200 shortly after its release. Quando Rondo would start to get involved in many different controversial situations later into his career. In March 2019, Young Boy Never Broke Again and Quando Rondo were sued by Carl Capers, who worked as a DJ and tour manager for Young Boy, for attacking them at their concert in December 2018. On November 6, 2020, an altercation broke out between the crews of rappers King Von and Quando Rondo outside an Atlanta hookah lounge, leading to a shootout that resulted in the death of Von. Quando and his entourage claimed that they were acting in self-defense, and Von was the aggressor. TMZ reported that previous to the brawl, Quando was napping in a car outside the nightclub, awaking to find King Von and his crew angrily approaching him and his associates. There was footage of Von throwing punches at Quando Rondo's crew prior to the gunfight. Surveillance videos also showed Rondo helping Von get to the hospital afterwards. Quando Rondo publicly remained silent on the incident until 2 weeks later, when he released his song End of Story, on which he recalls the shooting and addresses his involvement. In the song, he again states that he was defending himself and even shows support for his friend Timothy Leaks. a rapper also known as Lil Tim, who was charged for the murder of Vaughn. Despite receiving strong criticism, Quando has continued to publicly support leaks. This whole situation ignited a war on the streets between those involved in King Von's murder and the close friends and family of the Chicago rapper. This all led to Quando Rondo's life being in constant danger. During an interview with Fuchsia's TV, King Von's uncle, Range Rover Hang, claimed that OTF and O-Block will continue to apply pressure to Quando Rondo. Quando had multiple concerts canceled by the police due to OTF members buying out all the seats to try and get the rapper themselves. Quando Rondo had many of his associates murdered as well. King Von supporters wanted to get rid of anyone in their way between them and Quando Rondo. This all resulted in the eventual passing of NBA Youngboy's older brother, Big B, and Quando Rondo wingman, Mari Rondo. Quando Rondo had a difficult time following the murder of King Von that all eventually resulted in the inevitable, with Quando Rondo eventually passing himself. The rap community mourns this additional loss, as his short-lived career was extremely successful despite all the controversy. That's all for this video. Thanks for sticking to the end. Make sure to leave a comment keyword Rondo for a chance at winning our giveaway. See you next time at Line Report.